takes a while for some reason.
Today's decision by this illegitimate Supreme Court.
Rated underground, they're buried and watching 24/7. So we know.
The thing that I would try to do if I was Israel right now is I would just bulldoze something in the Negev. I would try to move people in there.
We should stop funding the Ukraine war, okay? And I still believe that.
But I've been here since Eisenhower.
Today is going to be my peaceful day.
It's May Day tomorrow. May Day. Hey, Blue, tell us about May Day, Blue.
May
wait a
Day
minute. Hold on. Howard just got here, so we'll get Howard on because he's a working man. If I can find where is he? Saw him come in. Is that you? Oh no, that's Roy Rogers. I just put Roy Rogers. Oh, here's Howard down here. There you are, Howard.
Hi, Howard.
Oh, I don't hear you, Howard. I don't hear you. Your volume. Get your volume up. Get your volume. Turn you on. Unmute yourself. You're muted or something. Turn on your volume. Volume, Howard. Volume. It's that C-SPAN technology is not working this morning. No, we can't hear you, Howard. We can't hear you. Well, go work on that and try again.
Oh my.
Anyway, well,
I wonder if he's ever been mistaken for Roy Rogers before.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. Y'all like seeing? Yeah, we had some. I got some Roy Rogers here.
Who'll give me $40? Who'll make a $40 bid?
Y'all didn't know Roy? Did you know Roy Rogers was an expert auctioneer? Anyway, okay. Now we're going to try Howard again.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
there you go. We entertained ourselves while we waited for you with Roy Rogers.
45, will he give me 45? Make it 45 bids. 45. Who will bid a $45 bid?
I'm doing cattle auction today for your theme, because your theme today is the governors, the cattle drive of governors.
I thought you were selling members of Congress for a second there. Okay.
Yeah,
They're all up for sale.
Yeah.
we're doing that's our theme today with that. And I forgot, I got to have your intro too. We got so many things to get done before we can even talk to Howard.
Howard Mortman from C-SPAN. Everybody knows Howard's work. Howard Mortman.
Shout out Howard Mortman.
Basically, C-SPAN posted that in 3 days you became the most watched Correspondents Dinner ever.
Howard Mortman.
Howard.
It grows.
I love how he says Howard Mortman. I mean, the way he says it.
That was back from the Correspondents Dinner, the video, the Michelle Wolf one, before people started shooting at the Correspondents Dinner. So it was kind of a long time ago.
New. That was
yeah,
new.
that's right.
Back when you and I were going, that sort of thing didn't happen.
I know, exactly. Back in the old days, we didn't have to dive for cover underneath after our salad. That's right.
Ozzy Osbourne got drunk and fell and vomited on people, but we didn't have anything like that. That actually reminds me of a story for real. Is I was interviewing Ozzy Osbourne. I was doing that live radio show I used to do up in New York. You remember that show? I forget his.
John Batchelor?
That's it. John Batchelor. You're right. And John Batchelor. And I was interviewing people at the dinner for John live on New York radio. And I was talking to Ozzy Osbourne. And I said, what do you think about being here at the White House Correspondents Dinner? He says, I've never been to the White House. It's big. This house is big. I mean, he thought he was actually at the White House. And then Glenn Close was there, and she had broken her arm, and she had her arm in a cast, and she'd fallen off a horse, and on her horse farm, and I asked her about it and everything, And I said, does it hurt? And she said, no, I got some of Ozzy's painkillers.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was at the dinner, Craig, and I kind of like I'm glad you weren't there.
That's right. I forgot you were actually there. Here I am telling ancient stories, and you were actually there the other night. Yeah. Do tell. Do tell.
I will say this. It was tough. I mean, it still is tough recovering. I'm still kind of like rattled from the whole thing. And the thing is these big guys, I'm inside, and suddenly everything stops, and it's completely out of the ordinary. Like the music stops, the lights go up, and you start hearing trays crashing, and then these big guys with big guns start slowly approaching from the outside in, like 30 of these agents. And the thing of it is, it's frightening because you have no idea what is happening. We don't know a thing. We don't know. These could be Al Qaeda coming in, and these could be professional bombers and shooters and all that. We have no idea. I started filming it, but it was really frightening. But what I'm saying this only because every time people say, well, security worked the way it should. Everything worked fine. Like, then why am I terrified? Like, why do I see these big guys with guns coming toward my table?
Why is this happening?
Yeah, what is happening? Why is this the idea of success? But no, it was. I don't know if they ever will go back there, but it was a tough night. It was really difficult that night. Yeah.
Well, now, did you actually hear the shots?
No, you think I was close to the stage. We had the C-SPAN camera. We had two crews. We had the people shooting inside, and then we had a control room built underneath the stairs on the outside. Those folks heard the shots, and it's terrifying on the outside. I never heard the shots. Playing the videos back, I hear the shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can hear them now. But we had no idea. We had zero idea what was happening until much later. And Craig, you remember how lousy the cell connection is in the Hilton?
Oh yeah, it was famous for that.
Yeah, so like I try to go to a place where I shoot video and I want to tell my family I'm okay. And big guys with big guns say, keep on going. This is over. This is done. And at that point, I still have no idea nobody knows what happened. And I go upstairs, and there are reporters up there who are on the outside, never got in, who are asking, what happened inside. We heard there was a shooter, and the shooter was killed, and just like raw.
Yeah, those were the early reports.
Yeah, so it wasn't until later I understood what happened. But there was okay, they protected the president, they protected the vice president, but no one, the 3,000 other people in the room, zero idea what was happening, and it was the whole thing was just really unnerving and really scary.
Well, those early reports that he was dead is classic, danger of relying on eyewitnesses, because what happened was some reporters were talking to people who had seen him, fall, and they had seen him on the ground and thought they saw some blood and thought he was dead, and they said he's dead, and then reporters started tweeting that. And that's how that got started. So they weren't making it up. There were actually people telling them that they saw him shot and killed. And then of course, but we still don't even know exactly who shot or who got shot or anything really.
Well, they announced today that the person they have in custody now was the one who shot the security guy.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, interesting. Thank you. Didn't know that.
That's what was announced. It came from his rifle.
And who announced that? Or
it was on CNN News. Their headline news.
Of course.
I'll wait and see.
I'm dubious.
Because with this government, I have a policy. I need third-party independent confirmation for anything.
Apparently, it wasn't a rifle; it was buckshot. So it was a shotgun.
On that point, Blue, that's such an important point. Shotgun. This shooter, stupid, did it wrong. I mean, this shotgun. But imagine if this was like somebody who knew what he or she was actually doing and had a team and
Yeah.
had like vests, the whole thing, and like anything from like a cell to Al Qaeda or just really angry. I saw people there. I saw protesters inside the Hilton, like people protesting the war and all that, and getting shooed away by security. But can you imagine if this was actually a better planned event with more people? It could have been so bad inside.
And this is the thing, like you were still rattled by it, and like right after that, when they went and did the press conference with Trump, like they all looked like the cat who swallowed the canary. They're all smirking. It makes me think that maybe it was a real attempt, and maybe it was also staged. Maybe it was both, and maybe that's why they got JD out first, because they thought it was going to go a different way.
Howard, you don't have to comment as C-SPAN communications director. We do not expect you to comment on.
Conspiracies are me.
I'm going to leave that up to the chatters on that one.
Okay. Sorry.
Right.
We got Colorado.
Oh, Colorado gamers here. Hello, Colorado. And Dono 64 says libs are so stupid.
How stupid are we? Calling.
and as we always say to our name callers, just like the judges used to tell me when I objected in court, so noted. So noted. All right.
Well, Craig,
now let's see. We got some business here. Let's see.
I love the cavalcade. I love the Roy Rogers cavalcade, the cattle draw. That's fabulous.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's my thing for when we do when we do
Roundup.
this, when we do the cattle drives of the various candidates, I thought I'd do that, and then of course throw in some Roy Rogers.
Do y'all ever watch the auction show, the auction channel? There used to be an auction channel back in the day.
Just for anything, because I watched the RFD cattle auction.
Cars.
Yeah, it's on that RFD channel. I remember that.
Yeah.
RFD, the cattle auctions. Yeah, every day at noon. I think they still do that. But anyway, we got off track. Let's see now. Where was I?
I was on there for a while.
So.
Oh yeah, there's the governors. I was so glad you did this, Howard, because this is the C-SPAN superpower. Is you guys cover the state addresses by governors. No one else does that.
Well, Craig, I appreciate that. I'm so glad you say that. My two favorite things in life are state of the state addresses and concession speeches. Those are the two things I love the most. So, well, Greg, do you want to play that and we'll talk on the other side?
and Dexter, he's got your horse in here. Also, so we'll play it. We'll just play this. We'll just watch some governors for 2 minutes. Here's some governors. Here come the governors. All right.
Oh boy.
Every Kentuckian and every American watching from home, good evening.
Governors who might run for president and what they said in their state of the state addresses.
While some are attacking our citizens based on what they look like, where they come from, who they love or who they pray to, we are demonstrating respect for all.
And drip authoritarianism bit by bit into our veins in the hopes that
he lost weight.
We're being poisoned by it. The problem for Donald Trump and Stephen Miller was that
I think he's on Manjaro.
Notice.
Now, is she considered a contender? I meant that. There you go, Dex.
Presidents of the United States.
Yeah, there you go.
That's Dex's candidate.
I would not give myself an A++++.
It's time for the President of the United States
Purdy
to act like the President of the United States, all the United States.
Probably not on the bingo card, but I want to thank President Trump for his work on this.
Look no further than the U.S. Congress, where there seems to exist an inverse relationship between the number of strongly worded press releases issued and the amount of tangible accomplishments actually produced. We see so much bluster on cable news.
Budgeting conservatively and paying off debt aren't flashy.
Boo.
They don't get you on the cable news, make you famous on social media.
The pundits and critics suffering from California derangements.
With those around the world, fighting for freedom as we speak, in Iran, in Venezuela, in solidarity with the brave Ukrainian people in their continued fight against Russian aggression.
To our first in the nation primary, which, by the way, we are never giving up.
I did my State of the State, the dreaded teleprompter, a month ago, and I made a very proactive case.
It's time for the annual Extreme Mormon State of the State Roundup. This time we feature governors and their State of the State addresses, dropping hints about running for president. Find Extreme Mormon wherever you get podcasts. Extreme Mormon!
Mormon producers in this breed. Her first heifer, HL Pretty Woman, sold for $30,000 as an 18-month-old heifer.
Okay.
Craig, I salute your production value on that one, going right to that. That was split second.
That was well done, wasn't it? I practiced that all morning.
That is split second, man. You got tell the people in your control room they did great on this one.
Yeah, and of course we got to top it off with Roy.
$50 bid, not 55. Will you give me 55? Make it 55, bid it 55. Sold to the man out there in a straw hat for $55.
Craig, when this is over, go to your control room. Tell the 5 people sitting at the switch box in your control room they did fabulous today. That was production.
Howard needs a straw hat.
I know.
You know, I do have one somewhere, Howard. I can get you one.
Roy Rogers is riding tonight.
In any event, so the pitch is, if you listen to the current episode of my podcast, you hear the full snippets of what these Democrats and Republican governors who might run for president said in their State of the State addresses that are dropping hints, both big and small, about their national ambitions. And yes, Craig, it's State of the State address day season, and gosh, this is a beautiful time to be alive. And when the governors make State of the State addresses, so I hear them all. For you, the Chris Crawford listeners,
it's what I call C-SPAN porn.
So all right,
addresses.
Great to see everybody.
All right, Howard, and I'm glad you got out of that damn dinner okay. And thanks for telling us about it, because
never going back to the Hilton, but it's great. I'll always come back to Craig Crawford and gang. So
all right,
you're safe,
Howard. Thank you.
Safe with us. Bye.
Now, who did y'all like among those governors? Any of them stand
Shapiro.
out?
Gretchen for VP with Wes.
Now,
I would love that.
I don't understand. Why is she shutting down all presidential campaign talk? Why isn't she in the running? I don't.
Maybe she believes in the British way of just waiting until the last 6 months. I don't know.
Huh. You know, because why bring any extra heat to yourself when people were so crazy that they were going to kidnap her and stuff? Why have the extra heat, all that extra time?
Agree. The only potential person in Craig's control room would be David, and no way Craig is controlling him. Yeah.
David,
yes.
But
only the anyway. Yeah, Gretchen.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. You're on Gretchen. Go ahead.
No, I just don't understand. I think she is such a talent and should be on the list, but she has, from what I understand, she has seriously, discouraged media from putting her on lists or pollsters from testing her. She just swears she is not going to run. I mean, and she's got people convinced.
She just doesn't want the job.
Yeah. Maybe so.
I mean, that's okay too.
Yeah. So you got Wes.
I like Shapiro.
Yeah, Shapiro. Okay. Yeah.
Because he will fight fire with fire. He's not afraid.
Yeah.
And I think we need that. But then Wes Moore is good too, though.
Wes Moore is someone who I think he could handle any situation, but we've seen how bigoted this country is. So I just, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a shame that
Yes.
we're wasting such good talent just because we've got so many bigots in this country.
As far as vice
Yeah.
presidents go, who heard of the 2 Indiana vice presidents until just a few months or a couple months before the election anyway, before the campaign?
Indiana?
Yeah.
Did you say Indiana?
That vice president, Mike Pence, and then the other vice president, Dan
That
Quayle.
one. Oh, Dan Quayle. I'd much rather have Dan Quayle than JD Vance at this point.
Hey, Eggery, you brought up Plattner. Big news in Maine. The Democrat governor dropped out of the race. So Plattner is free and clear to the Democrat nomination for the
He's
race against Collins. That's huge news. I mean, he
Oh,
doesn't
guess
have to.
I have new news from Kansas.
Oh,
there is
news from Kansas.
remember the pastor from the Giant Methodist Church?
Yeah.
He just did a press conference. He is running. He's running as an independent. He's always voted Republican. He's running as an independent because he doesn't like what's going on. And what we have going on right now is he's going to be against Roger Marshall. Is up for re-election. Who is a doctor who voted to confirm RFK Jr. and is in tight with Trump. So So anyway, I don't know who's running as a Democrat, but I know we've got an independent now in there who might be more likely to. So this is the Tallarico effect. We've got an active minister running.
Oh boy.
An active Methodist minister. So.
Well, that might be a trend.
Yeah.
Get Democrats talking about Jesus.
As far as governor is concerned, I just want whoever will name Buttigieg as Secretary of State.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like Bashir too, but I don't know. You know who I'm really watching?
He comes
I know
across
he's not a
kind of
governor.
young to me. Every time I see Bashir,
I'm really watching
he seems kind of untested. It's kind of young or not ready. I thought that about Obama.
Yeah, here's the thing with John Ossoff. When he first started, every time he speaks, I'm more and more impressed with him. He's a great orator for that part. So
and I think that's what
I didn't know that about him until recently.
Oh yeah. And he doesn't have he has a very nice voice, which is a huge point, especially for like ads on the radio and, on stuff. I think he is one to watch. I really do.
Yeah. But well, my attitude is I want everybody to run. I want 20 people to run. I want everybody, the whole field, and to sort it out.
And I want them to differentiate themselves by what they believe in and what they have done, and not try to break each other down, because that'll happen in the general. So I want them to lift each other up. Put it that way.
Klobuchar's out of it now. She's running for governor.
Yep.
Yeah, is she gonna win that, Katie, or is she gonna win that?
I think so, because her competition is the My Pillow guy.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. Minnesotans love Amy Klobuchar. They love her.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not too happy. They want somebody more progressive, like how Walz and Flanagan have been. And but the thing is with Amy, she has been going a little bit more progressive lately. Not like all the way Bernie progressive, but like a few things that are coming up here and there. And I know that she's touring the state, she's meeting with people, she's really getting out there, she's protesting with people. I mean, it's so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Jamie, she was Jamie's candidate for president 2016, right?
Right.
Yeah, or 2020.
I've been a fan of hers every time she's come up with a possible
and
president.
she was a protege of Paul Wellstone. Her and Paul Wellstone were thick as thieves.
What a
Agri,
shame that is.
so Agri says Bashir seems too young to me because I'm 100 years old. Yeah, that's right.
Wait, how old are you, Eggery?
Agri's, yeah, how old are you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He adopted me as his father, so I guess he's a youngster. Anyway, yeah, you could be right. I mean, that kind of reminds me when I was covering when Joe Scarborough was in Congress, and I was covering for the Orlando Sentinel. I was covering our congressional delegation. And I told him, I said, I don't really like you, and he said, what are you talking about? I said, you're the first member of Congress I'm covering who's younger than me.
Well, they're all younger than me, so.
Right. Yeah, that's where I am now. Yeah.
I'm at that age where you could either have a newborn child, a teenager, or be a grandmother. That's yeah.
They ought to have a name for that. That is kind of.
They do, the sandwich generation.
Oh,
I have a friend who's a year older than me that just had a baby, and her oldest is 23. And I'm just like, dude.
Oh, I forgot to put the commenters on stage. Sorry about that, commenters.
I've got great grandchildren.
Oh my God.
Do you really? Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Well, I guess you do too, don't you, Jamie, or not? Do you?
Oh, yeah, I've got 9 of them.
Wow. Great grandchildren?
Yeah, greats.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're accumulated and natural, but yeah, I've got 9 of them.
Oh my gosh.
I've got 3.
Well, what does that mean? Accumulated and natural. What does
That means that if a kid shows up on our doorstep needing a roof, food, and love, we do it.
Oh,
I would do that.
Really?
My husband probably wouldn't like that very much, but I would do it.
Yeah, I collect kids the way somebody collects cats.
Wow. Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah. You got here after you missed Extreme Howard Mortman. He was here.
Well, darn it. I was messing around. I got up late and then was messing around. Thought I was going to get on right on time and then got sidetracked.
I agree with you, Eggery.
Too much Route 66 stuff going on.
Oh yeah, the Route 66. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we went through some governor. Howard brought us a clip of governors for his podcast in their State of the State addresses, and we watched a bunch. And we've been kind of sorting through them, and ones we like and don't like. Agri saying progressives not voting for Democrats who are not progressive enough is why we got Trump.
Agreed.
You know,
that's a tough battle. That's a tough debate. I'm not sure.
I think
I agree with that though. But like, I'm one of those people where it's like, yes, I believe in this, but this person closely aligns with what I believe in, so I'm going to vote for them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's along those lines. And so, yeah. But
you don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
Exactly.
Yeah, Democrats seem to wrestle with it more than Republicans just want to win, and then and Democrats want to win. They want to win right. You know, they don't. they want to win right and not just win.
Republicans have had their, read my lips things.
Yeah.
Themselves, they have their things that are litmus tests, probably more than the Democrats.
Well, what the Republicans do is get elected and then violate every promise they ever made.
True.
Well, that's what I noticed with my late Senator Kit Bond. He was the first major politician that actually lied to my face. He was running for governor, I guess, at the time, and I was going to college, so it's been way back in the early 70s, and he came to a little group of us college kids to ask for votes, and he told us absolutely he would support what we wanted to get done in our universe, but he was way behind, right behind it, and then he got elected and did an exact opposite. So you know, that was my early political experience.
Yeah. You got to learn that one sooner or later.
There you go.
That's what they do.
Hey, did you guys see in the news this morning that yesterday Trump said that Ukraine has been defeated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
something talking about Ukraine, something a really interesting thing. They actually surrounded and captured a bunch of Russians using fully autonomous vehicles.
Yeah, they are
Russians
kicking
involved.
ass. I mean, it's just not getting covered. I mean, Ukraine is truly kicking ass. I mean, they are literally killing more Russian troops than Russia can put on the battlefield. I wondered Russia
if Trump
cannot
said that
keep up.
because-
It's a net loss. They have a net loss
But
of troops.
I saw last night
killing and what they're able to put on the field.
Well,
Putin and
they're
Trump
totally
had a
changing.
90-minute phone call the other night.
So I
Last
thought
night.
maybe that's where it came from. He said Ukraine's been defeated. I heard
Oh
Trump say
yeah.
it.
I'm sure
Heard
that
him say
is. They had that 90-minute phone call. Yeah.
Yeah, and then now Trump's saying that he's going to remove U.S. troops from Germany. So this
Yeah,
makes-
right out of
so-
that phone call, he said
Yep.
that. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Putin has something.
What do you guys think of this? That David Rode that's been commentating a lot on MS Now, he said that the only way that this war is going to end is that if the United States would send troops into Iran, ground troops, and then because that's the only way that the United States can win is if there is regime change, and the only way there is regime change is if there's a ground invasion, and I'll tell you, that will start out with about 100 United States soldiers getting killed every day. So.
I mean, that's why Trump's I think he's going to back out because I don't think Trump can do that. I hope not. I don't want any president.
There was some ex-military guy, and he said basically it would take 80,000 ground troops just to keep like Carg Island and make any leeway at all.
Well,
it's like we don't have the manpower to do it.
Also,
we
on
don't have
Truth
the manpower
Social, he
there.
went on a tirade. He's now calling the Strait of Hormuz the Strait of Trump.
Yeah, he's been trotting that. He tried that out on Maria Bartiromo a couple weeks ago. He's been trotting that one out. Yeah,
He went on a tirade last night, I guess. Again.
But now back to Ukraine. Let's not forget Vance's role in that. Because I mean, I saved this little clip right here. You know, there was a clip where Vance is talking about Ukraine again, and he talks about how he wants to get out of Ukraine. I mean, he is leading that way. I mean, I think he's against the Iran. He was against the Iran war, and he wants us out of Ukraine. But I think that's because of I think he's more, if anything, more beholden to Putin than Trump is. It seems like to me.
I just think what's happening, nobody's paying attention to what's happening in Ukraine, is that Ukraine is now exporting their drone technology.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. 95% of U.S. aid has been cut off to Ukraine. 95% cut off.
And the amazing part is they're actually winning.
They're winning.
Yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
Well, they have got to where they don't, with their drone technology, they don't need the big tanks.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anybody, you can send an autonomous vehicle out. And basically what they showed a picture of one of them was basically it looked like it was probably about the size of a small car or something, but basically it was two sets of treads with a machine gun attached.
But here's the Vance clip I was looking for. Is that it? Yeah, he comes in and then he talks.
I'm sure
here
a great
about,
person, like a wonderful person.
Here.
He's a Ukrainian American in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, I was campaigning for the Senate. There are a lot of Ukrainian Americans in Cleveland, Ohio. And this person got really agitated at me because I was saying we should stop funding the Ukraine war, okay? And I still believe that, obviously, and it's one of the things I'm proudest that we've done as administration is.
See, I mean, can he be any more clear?
Oh, no.
We should
lay it
stop
right
funding
out
the
there.
Ukraine war, and I'm proud of it. I think that's clear.
Well, I think it's getting to the point where we are almost becoming irrelevant. I think Europe is stepping up.
They are. They did.
And Ukraine is changing basically what it means to be engaged in a war.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they actually they replaced their intelligence where, France is doing most of their consulting on intelligence, counterintelligence, after they decided Trump was giving away secrets to Russia. they caught him doing that.
If you can't trust your ally like the United States, which they can't. You can't trust any intelligence they give you.
Well, Trump's going to pull all the troops out of Europe, all over Europe. He's going to pull them out of there. That's what he says.
Eggery's getting carried. Eggery's got a long one here. Eggery, U.S. never should have went into Iran unless Israel and other Gulf states were willing and guaranteed to put boots on. Yep. We now will abandon the Iranians who want freedom. Oh, yeah, that's like we ever cared about that. Huh. Yeah, good point, Eggery. Yep.
Well, that was what I was listening to an Iranian dissident, and they said all it did was make it harder for them.
Meanwhile, gas went up 7 cents yesterday. I'm tracking it every day.
Ours went up 50 cents in one day. I told you yesterday, ours was $4.29. I took a drive yesterday. I couldn't believe it. It went up 50 cents in one day. It's $4.79.
No, wait a minute. At the same location, or?
Yes, the same stations.
50?
From $4.29 to $4.79 in here. And also some friends in Indiana posted, one of my friends posted, I swerved off the road and hit a tree when I saw that. $4.79.
Wow.
Here.
It went up. The average, the national average from AAA is up 7 cents yesterday.
Yeah, they said 5 to 7 cents, and ours went up 10 times that, 50 cents.
And it went up 5 cents the day before. I mean, here you see, before the war, it was $2.98, and then today it's $4.30. So there's
what is it, Jamie, where you live out there in Tacoma?
$5.19 at the highest.
Yeah. Well, we're still probably the low end of the nation, just simply because we're, just real close to the whole pipeline and stuff. But ours went up from I paid $4.29 last week to get gas, and I was looking at the same station, and it's or not $4.29 but $3.29, and it's up to $3.79. So yeah, 40%. A 40-cent a gallon increase.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Snow, I want to get you thinking about something here on your point. I hope he pulls out all the troops, let the EU defend itself instead of freelating. Now, take the long view on this, Mr. Snow, because a lot of Americans work for the defense industry, a lot, and we sell a lot to Europe. Okay, now if we do what you're talking about, if we say EU, you're on your own, well, you know what? They're fine with that, and they've begun doing it. They are starting to build up their own defense industry and buy their weapons and sell to other nations by building up their own defense industry. And guess what? They're going to take jobs away from our defense industry, and they're going to do to our defense industry what Airbus did to Boeing. And so I think that's a long view we ought to consider about your proposal there.
That's what I said right under him.
Oh, let's see what Jamie said. Right, I don't see that. Oh, here's new comments. Lady Di, Trump is stealing from the American taxpayers. You know what? That corruption angle is also something we got to stay. God, there's just so much to keep up with. But you're right, lady. Let's see, Jamie.
Up, one more.
Trump is on the edge of putting us in Yeah, I got a friend at the World Bank's going to come on and talk to us about global recession. So, Mr. Snow, that will kill U.S. munition manufacturing. See now, Jamie, you got it done in a sentence, in 2 sentences. I took a whole paragraph. So, Mr. Snow, that will kill U.S. munition manufacturers. EU is already shopping elsewhere, and they really are. I think that's something.
I think everybody is. I can't remember what it was about, but it was some major component to their defense that Canada switched from buying U.S. made stuff to buying Australian made.
Yeah, and the advantage that Europe has over us, their economic system over ours, is when the European governments decide they're going to build up an industry, they give them money. They subsidize them. That's how Airbus kicked Boeing's ass. Is it was armed with taxpayer money from their government to take us.
Canada's General Dynamics worked hand in glove with us on the Stryker program. Now they're manufacturing for the world. They don't need us that much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, all the innovations going on in Ukraine, and there are Ukrainian companies who are testing their drones every day in actual combat and improving them. And while they aren't fully autonomous, they are semi-autonomous, and that they can perform even if at certain tasks, even without a human telling them what directing it.
Sorry, Mr. Snow, but that's a fantasy. that they can't keep up with our weapons technology. For one thing, Ukraine's already ahead of us on drone technology, way ahead of us.
And China, they're like oceans ahead of us on a lot of stuff.
Especially EV cars.
Don't live in that denial.
And Iran has the best Lego trolling videos.
Yeah, they do.
Or somebody does. Somebody that claims to be Iran does, anyway.
Persia boy.
Well, I don't know. The America First, I don't call them the America First crowd anymore. They're the America Alone. I mean, their idea is that we're the only ones here. It's like that. It's like that joke I remember.
The Americans we're the ones that are suffering.
I mean, we're just
the interesting thing about the America Alone people is that they will espouse their need to be alone as they're drinking their morning coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, we will talk about the voting rights decision yesterday.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We already early in the game.
I think we talked about it before we went on air, Jamie.
We did.
but yeah, I mean, my quick take on that one is Republicans, beware your maps, because what they're doing is they're diluting their own districts, and by moving Democrats into. I mean. Yeah, there's I looked at the numbers this morning on Louisiana and about Alabama, for example, and Louisiana has 2 Democrat seats, both black. Alabama the same. And with this change, if they go in and redistrict like they're talking about in those 2 states, the thing that would happen is it would drop down to one black representative, or one majority black district, and from 2. But it would go up to as much, possibly 3 Democrat seats. So anyway, you could end up with fewer black members of Congress, but more Democrats in Congress in both those states. And I don't think, and I know a lot of Republicans are thinking about this. In Florida, yesterday, the state legislature voted a redistricting plan, and a lot of Republicans were opposing it and fighting it because of that very reason. What they see is they're going to weaken they're safe districts, and they're going to become vulnerable, especially if it's a tied election for Democrats. So the whole thing could backfire on them. Well, the whole thing could backfire.
Well, Reverend Al
Now the
didn't
bad
like what
thing
went
is
on down in Louisiana.
there would be fewer blacks in Congress. That is true. That is a result of what.
Reverend Al
But
did not
that
like
is
it.
what people want for some reason, and it's really annoying.
I mean, I don't know how
Congress
many ways.
should be a mix of every kind of person that's in America.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by doing this, it negates that, and it's not cool.
I guess.
I mean, yes, it's good in some ways, but in other ways,
who is they?
Yeah,
Saying
no, I
this
love
stuff.
that. They say.
Well, ending racism, yes, it's a great thing. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. Those people then can't get into Congress because now it's been redistricted.
How you ended racism by telling blacks they get fewer members of Congress? How is that ending racism? Explain that. You know, the only reason the problem is, Republicans. If Republicans had learned how to appeal to black voters, they wouldn't have this problem.
And that's the sad thing is,
wrong.
Blacks would be just as split up as the whites are in politics if the Republicans would just get rid of their crazy racists.
Yeah.
I mean, every time they make a little inroads into the black voting, their racists get up and run around and act all crazy and run around with their tiki torches, and all of a sudden, it's back to the blacks are voting. Blacks have just as many conservatives who vote Democrat as the white conservatives who vote Republican. It's a crazy world out there.
Well, the last time a really top of the line, Jack Kemp. Remember Jack Kemp ran for he was Bob Dole's running mate, and his big calling card in Republican politics is he was really devoted to getting the party more focused on appealing to black voters with empowerment zones. He had all kinds of interesting ideas for economic development in black neighborhoods. I mean, he had serious proposals. He was addressing the problem, not with just low slogans, and man, he was just ostracized by the Republican leadership. They wanted nothing to do with that kind of talk.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I remember a major Republican really trying to address that.
Yeah, well, they really came out of the woodwork, which surprised me because I was when President Obama's first inauguration, and there was just this aerial view of people just walking across toward the, just scads of people, and I was like so proud of us that we had come this far, and then that seems to be the thing that triggered this horrible backlash, and all of the ugly came up to the surface.
Yes.
And it surprised the heck out of me, but it didn't surprise the heck out of any black people probably because they live with it every day.
Yeah,
correct.
So.
Well, it's why I got off of Facebook, because on my family Facebook page, there were people so opposed to Obama that when Obama changed his mind on I can't think what it was. But anyway, he changed his mind on some major issue. And these folks immediately changed their mind to oppose
the opposite way. Just whatever.
It wasn't like that they were
contrarian racists.
Yeah, it was like I was going to have to say things that I didn't want to say to family members.
Wow.
Right,
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't even just not even be tempted to go back and sneak a look. I just closed the account.
Yeah.
And haven't been on. So I'm relying on my sister to find out what's going on in the family because they operate the family Facebook page and everybody thinks everybody should be on it.
Yeah, on my Facebook page, after I put that I was a radical leftist scum, half of my husband's family took me off their list. So yay.
I got a niece that way that she's not a professor, but she'd be a professor in a rational world. But anyway, she teaches at a college there in New Hampshire, and she
Winter.
She grew up in a basically. Well, her dad was an NRA trainer, and for gun, for concealed carry. So you kind of get an idea of the family she grew up in, and she ended up being a pretty. She's getting more radical than you, Katie.
I'm not that radical. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I've been accused of being a card-carrying communist before. And I got in a bar fight over it, and I'm still waiting for my card in the mail.
Honestly, I'm not that radical, believe it or not.
Well,
carrying
it's okay
communists.
Hey, Winter. Hey, we were talking about we needed Europe in the discussion earlier. We were talking about Europe building up their defenses, competing with our defense industry, and Winter told us the other day about hearing test shots in her neighborhood. I think she said where they were doing testing weapons, building weapons in her neighborhood. So they're coming for our industry, for all these MAGA folks who want us to get out of Europe. That's the result. I hope they're not working for any defense companies in America, because they're going to be under a lot of pressure.
I think the problem with our defense industry is it's built for fighting the Cold War.
Yeah.
And fighting World War II all over again.
Yeah.
And what we've seen with the wars, let's say in the Iraq War or Afghanistan War, it wasn't the fancy equipment that won. It was the silly people taking the old shells that didn't explode and getting the powder, getting the explosives out of them and making IEDs and things like that.
I mean, those Afghan beat us riding around in little Toyota trucks with machine guns. I mean,
and that always got me with Afghanistan. How come their Afghanis were so much smarter and tougher than our Afghanis?
Yeah, ours. I mean, that's what happened when we pulled out of Afghanistan. All our Afghanis, they just went home. The same.
Well, they were just doing it for the money.
They didn't put up a fight at all. Yeah.
In fact, most of them took their rifles and ammunition and guns and stuff and went over to the other side. I guess
they knew
that
which side
was the side that was firing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bugging out early. I've got a doctor's appointment, so I will see you all later.
Bye, Jamie.
Now tomorrow, I'm going to run our Why We Protest playlist tomorrow.
No show tomorrow
for King's Day. I mean, for not King's Day, for May Day, because y'all, we're going to go ahead and observe no work, no school, no shopping tomorrow, and so we're going to run a playlist of all our greatest hits from our protest coverage. I got 43 videos of when we all talked together during protests. Remember our DuPont Circle, live mic at DuPont Circle.
All that. Yeah, where we got banned on TikTok, man.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, exactly. I got.
You're
banned
talking
on
about weed.
Yeah.
Well, we said a couple of controversial things there.
Oh, look here. We got. I just look. I finally got us going on operating on TikTok today. We got 21 viewers over on TikTok right now.
Okay. I said the W word.
We got 17 on X. We're on X, TikTok, and YouTube today.
Craig, do you remember when May 1st used to be called Law Day? Then I found out it's actually the International Working Man's Holiday.
Yeah, and it goes back to an old communist holiday too, doesn't it?
Maybe. International Working Man's Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something from the early 19th century.
Well, and before
But you know what? They went and took over a perfectly good holiday where you get to run around naked in the woods, man.
That goes back to England.
I know. Before the communists are one that ruined it. Taking it over. They took it over. It was fun. It was just a spring festival kind of thing. I didn't know about the naked part. What was that? I don't know about that.
I don't know.
The lusty month of May. Camelot, remember?
Catherine Graham Crocker used to say, "Hooray, hooray, it's the 1st of May. Outdoor fucking begins today."
God, I miss that woman. I miss her.
Yeah.
That's what May 1st looks
Oh,
every year.
Mr. Snow, really?
May 1st looks like that every year in Germany. Winter, y'all get naked? Is that what you talk about?
I mean, have fun.
It's a national holiday. Oh, she said that's right. Oh, okay. So anyway, fill us in on this, Blue. It's no work, no shopping, no. What was the other one?
No school.
I got to put.
It's
no
basically a
school.
general strike to try to get the attention of to get economic attention and like shut it down as much as possible, so
Just
they
another day for
understand
me.
that the people are in control,
Yeah.
not the government.
The thing is, before people say, "Oh, it won't do any good," the thing about it is, I view it as an organizing day for capturing emails and getting networks and getting prepared. And the people organizing this are doing this, getting ready for the midterms to turn out the vote for the midterms. So that's how I view
if there's
this.
going to be protests or not, or if people are just shutting it down, staying home, and going dark.
I think it's just shutting it down.
And going
because
dark.
I haven't seen anything about any protests, at least here.
Yeah. So I
Now,
think
Daniel's here. Welcome back, Daniel. Daniel sent me a thing.
Daniel.
We're almost done here, Daniel. When can you come back and we'll talk about that paranoia?
Yeah,
What's that paranoia?
Yeah.
What's that company?
I'm going dark tomorrow, Daniel.
What's that company that you and Daniel talk about?
Palantir.
Paranoia.
Yeah,
or something? Palantir. Paranoia is a pretty good name for it, isn't it? Anyway, he sent me a good video that Guardian did. When can you come back, Daniel? Well, not tomorrow, because we're going to go dark tomorrow. Well, we're not going to be dark. I'm going to play our playlist of I got 43 videos from our protests when we've gone to protest to play tomorrow. But anyway, when can you come back, Danielle? We'll talk about that Palantir thing you sent me. Maybe get on it. Can we get on a hard phone? Maybe get on hard lines and just call people. Can we do that?
Yeah, call your congressman tomorrow.
There we go.
Yeah, call every
That's
member
what
of
we did.
Congress tomorrow and tell them everything you're pissed off about and everything you want to see.
Yeah. So does that mean we can't use AI tomorrow either? Or?
Nope.
Now I got a question. Now I do have a question about this. I had an appointment. I've got an appointment to get a steroid injection in my spinal stenosis tomorrow afternoon. Can I still do that?
That's medically necessary. So yes.
Well,
Just
I don't know
like
how
if
necessary
you
it is.
have to do something, like for instance, pay a bill, you can do that.
And well, now I got another question for an exception is when I go to that place, that pain management place, there's a little locally owned grocery store there that has excellent meat, and fish and stuff. And I always like to stop. Now it's locally owned. It's a small store. Can I go there?
Use cash. Don't pay the big bank's fees.
Oh, I didn't know
Use
about
cash.
that. Use cash. Wow, that'd be kind of an adventure. I haven't paid for anything with cash for a long time. Be kind of interesting to see if it still works.
Yeah.
Or if I can find any. Can I go to an ATM?
And Craig, by the way,
Today.
did you know that you can get a Trump passport? It's only in the DC area, I found out.
Yeah.
It's only in DC.
Really?
Only in
The one with
DC.
his
So the
picture
rest
on
of
it?
us are safe.
Because people were freaking out that it was going to be on every passport, and people were going, no. But it's only at the Washington passport office.
Yep.
Hey,
I don't
Dan,
want his ugly face on anything.
No
I
It
kidding.
covers up the
Yeah.
whole page, his face.
It's
They
kind of
probably
weird to
will.
have a living president on
Hey,
faces on things.
hey, Blue, Daniel's pushing to call the Congress too. Give me, what's that number, Blue? 202?
202-224-3121.
224-3121.
what I
224-3121.
Daniel's pushing right now
Call Congress.
is
Winter. Hey, Winter, make an international call and call Congress. Call Congress from Germany.
Be like, we're from Germany. Please don't pull out your troops. It's a
Yeah,
stupid
exactly.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Winter. Oh, I want you to do that, Winter.
Who's the head of the
Tell them to keep our
oversight
troops.
committee?
Or maybe you don't want the troops over there, Winter. I don't know. Do you want the
Maybe.
troops? Anyway, I think that'd be right. If we got Europe calling Congress.
I think Daniel makes a good point in that, and probably what we really need to be doing as an old community act organizer, I will say we all ought to be reaching out to our neighbors and friends every day.
Yes. Yeah.
It's more important. It's more important to do that than to do what I'm doing right here with you all, which I think reaching out to you all is important too, by the way.
Yeah.
Well,
I think networks all over are nice.
yeah.
And I mean, and don't do the doom scrolling ever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking 24 hours off from doom scrolling and Epstein digging and all that. So I'm not.
Well, everybody.
I'm not beating it.
Everybody join us over on Trailmix and trailmix.cc. I'm going to take us out. This is from last night. Our man Willie Nelson at his 93rd birthday. This is his last song of the set. And you got, I mean, yeah, he's looking old and a little haggard, but my goodness, he's 93 years old and he's still there. So
well, he's still touring.
He's still touring.
I'm
Absolutely. Yeah.
The clip I posted yesterday from his YouTube site, he has touring dates listed.
Yep.
So,
Willie Nelson
sure
and Keith Richards will be alive once the apocalypse ends.
Yep.
them and roaches. I think
Yep.
Yes.
roaches will also be around.
And Twinkies.
well, you know,
Twinkies.
it's a statement for smoking lots of dope, man. Good day.
You know, I think I'm going to start doing that like every day.
Well, I got to
Okay,
think
folks.
today as I put cream in my coffee, and I said, well, I probably had not to. That when you reach my age, you know, dying of a heart attack is much better than dying of senility.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go out with Willie. See
Bye,
everybody. We'll see
everybody.
everybody
See you Saturday.
Saturday.
We'll be back live Saturday. Tomorrow, though, check out our 43 protest videos. We're gonna
Happy
run
May
those.
Day.
Happy May Day.
I'm the last leaf on the tree.
Last leaf on the tree. It's just-
Fight off the snow. I fight off the hail. Nothing makes me go like some vestigial tale. I'll be here through eternity. You won't know how long. If they cut down this tree, I'll come back in a song.
Yeah.